Well, hello there. Here we are back in the shop. It's been a while since I made a movie. Had Snowmageddon 2019 and been putting in the hours at work. But hey, it's got its upsides. Got to pay for this Mustang somehow. So we're back out here in the shop. The Mustang's going to get the boot here in a little bit. Got some other stuff I got to do here in the shop. So been working on it a little bit since the last time I updated. I'll show you here in a second what I've been up to on it, but yep, it's guess winter's finally set in, and it kind of sucks. I'm not a winter person. I'd like sunny and 70 year round, but yeah, stand by and resituate the camera here, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So this is what we've been up to on the Mustang build here. Got to yank this motor out so I can change the fender aprons there and smooth and paint this engine bay, which from everything I've heard is a really tedious and shitty process, but it'll be worth it in the end. I'd show you underneath the car, but there's no light and I don't feel like looking for one. But I got the tranny taken out of it. Just got a regular Borg-Warner T5 or Tremec T5. I don't know who makes it, but it's a T5. Should be a world class, I think, being that this is an 86, but who knows. Yeah, got the tranny off and the clutch off and the flywheel off and the bell housing and all that good stuff. The only thing left to take off the motor is the motor mounts. But my shop's pretty tight, and this car is a lot bigger than the last one that I worked on in here that I had the motor out of. So I don't rightly have a whole lot of room for a cherry picker. But I've got this beautiful orange Kubota tractor out in the barn and a set of forks. So I'm going to be making a lifting jig that'll hook on the forks, and then I can rip the motor out of this car. And I figure, whatever I missed, tractor's got enough pressure, it'll just rip her free. So I'll kind of take you through that process of what my plans are and what I'm going to do to build this lifting jig. I got some channel iron. I cut that off with a torch. I'd grab it, but I like to have skin on my fingers. But got a couple more cuts I got to make on this piece of channel iron here. So once I get it cut out, and I'll probably time lapse me cutting it because time lapses are kind of fun. So yeah, once I get all the pieces cut out, I'll put it together and show you what my plan is. Stand by. Well, yeah, after that mind-numbing time lapse, this is what we slapped together. It's built out of channel iron, some other scrap metal I had laying around. I went down to the local welding supply store a little while ago, and they had a whole pile of drops sitting there, and the man made me a deal on it I couldn't pass up. Not like I really needed any more scrap metal laying around here, but I always say he who has the most in the end wins. So you might not quite understand what we're doing here and how this is going to pick a motor, but you will. I'm going to stick it on the tractor. Tractor's warming up because it's got to be like minus 100 with a wind chill. But yeah, we got her stuck together, and I know y'all are taking a look at my welds, and you're going to tell me, you know, Karnes, you really suck as a fabricator. And to that I say, you're probably right. But before we get too far, Humphrey Davy, maybe you ought to take a look at your own welds. But, yep, we'll get going here, and I always say I'm not much of a welder, but damn, you ought to watch me grind. I apologize here, you're strapped to my chest, and I'm sure the audio is going to suck because the wind's ripping 700 miles an hour. And the case on the GoPro, you can't hook the microphone with a dead kitten to it, so hey, you know, it is what it is. Plus, it'll probably make you all sick because you're strapped to my chest, but here we are on that big fancy Kubota I was talking about earlier in this video. We are going to give this motor pulling apparatus a little test here. Neatest part about this tractor, hit a couple buttons, see, I don't even have to get my lazy ass off the seat to take the bucket off. Of course, it's so cold. Hydraulic fluid's probably like honey. Yeah, I get the quick attach in the forks of the bucket about as good as I weld. Kick the forks in a little bit, which is no easy task. Would you look at that? Would you just look onto it? I love it when a plan comes together. Then we'll take this guy here, we'll hook him into there. Just kind of throw this guy on top for the time being, and now we're going to go give her a test. Out here to my junk hoard. See if there's any way to hook onto this guy. Probably not. This is how we treat Chevy motors around here. go over here and we'll break the cardinal safety rule and use the hydraulics when we're not on the seat. That bad cat's frozen to the ground. We're gonna bust him loose. Alright. He's a feisty little bugger. We'll get him. We'll get him. I got a few tricks up my sleeve yet. I'm going to introduce Mr. Chevy Motor to Mr. Backhaul. But hey, that was about as hard as the tractor will pull, and it didn't break my motor puller. Wanted to look on the positive side of things. Anybody else that has a Kubota backhoe realize that these freaking outrigger levers are backwards? Or is it just me? Boy, he is in there. Hey, there he is. Now we'll get him. Probably run oil everywhere too. Looks like I punctured the Euro pan. And of course it would outrigger get stuck under a bunch of shit. Alright, let's try this again. Anybody that owns a tractor probably knows the feeling here. It's got to be 100 below zero with this wind blowing, but you know, I'm all happy because I get to play tractor. There's nothing like playing tractor. Man, I just can't get over the fitment on that, boys. Try this again. Get him out here, maybe get after him or something. Yeah, look at that. Oh. Put her in R, bud. Put her in R. Well, hey, it's picking a 283 Chevy, small black Chevy. They're supposed to be better than a small black Ford, so got to be heavier. Built out of heavier stuff, so pick a small black Chevy. It ought to pick a small black Ford, eh? I got to figure out a way to make that chain just a hair shorter so we don't run around like an idiot with a loader way up and tip this thing over. Although that'd make a hell of a show for a movie. a smart person would get a bolt, try and screw a bolt in somewhere, but I never professed to be that smart. We'll just do something, lose a little chain here, gain a little chain there. If that don't work, we'll say it should have. Yeah, it's picking a little better. I drug this Chevy motor up from down back about 3 years ago. Now we're going to send him back. Not all the way down back though, because it's too effing cold for that. We're giving her the old bounce test. It seems to stay on there, so. Uh-oh. Now he done it. Chain's worth more than the motor. Okay, now we're gonna go put this, put the tractor away and go somewhere where it's warm. Give her the rabbit, not the turtle. There we go, rabbit. So there's our little tractor ride. But yeah, it's not the prettiest thing I've ever built. Not the ugliest. There's a thing called acceptable tolerances. If you go over and check out Essential Craftsman's YouTube channel, his movies are much better than mine. But he often talks about acceptable tolerances. So yeah. In conclusion, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and in the next movie, when it's not so freaking cold, we'll yank the motor out of the Mustang. Thanks for watching.